now we've got Ricky up here, and obviously I've got to fill for time tonight, otherwise we'll be out of here by 8:30. We're going to ask him a few questions, and hopefully he might give us a few answers. So, Ricky, well, thanks for coming along. And the first question is, what difference does the trust sponsorship make to the youth department?
It's made a massive difference. One, because it's the supporters that are putting the money in, and at the end of the day, it's, like I've said before, the youth department, the football club is about you. So any money that you put in is going to be for the future of your club, because staff, players will come and go, but you will always support this football club. So it's made a massive difference, and it's helped us equip the youth department with better training facilities, balls, bibs, heart rate monitors. You've supplied so much in the last 4 years, and now we're seeing the benefits with players like Harry and Frank and Johnny Hurd coming into the team.
Thanks. Okay, right. Okay, so how do you think your season has gone this year? Or just the past season just gone?
I've always said it was great last year to win the league, and that's the one thing we always set out to try and do. But I always come to these meetings and always tell you as supporters, our job is to produce players for Steve. And I suppose, you know, in terms of a season, to see Harry go out and perform like he has in the last few games, to see Julian Okai coming in and playing, Kyle getting an opportunity, that's what it's about, and that's what makes the season. Yeah, we would love to win the league this year, but you know, we finished 5th, we did well, I'm happy with that, but fundamentally it's about getting players in the first team, and like I said, seeing four young lads starting in the start 11, you know, is fantastic for us, and it's great that Steve wants to put them in, and without Steve doing that, we wouldn't have the youth department anyway.
Great. Well, that's not children is anyway. Well, it is. We like to put you on the spot, mate. You've got to earn your money. How much are we paying you? All right. Right. What's the importance of individual performances over a team performance?
I think if you ask any of the youth team, I always tell them when they come and they see me, we have one-to-ones, that they mustn't lose sight they're here as an individual. Within youth football, it's about being an individual in the 2 years of the scholarship to earn a pro contract here. We have to have team spirit, we have to be together, but they know that at the end of the day, if we take 8 players on, the chance of giving 8 professional contracts at the end of their term of their scholarship isn't going to happen. So for youth team football, it's important for them to remember that they're an individual trying to earn a contract, and that's the difference between the youth and the first team. The first team's about getting 3 points, winning on a Saturday, performing. For those lads at the back, it's about earning a contract to stay here and get the opportunity to go into Steve's team. So they know the outline, that it's fundamentally to get a pro contract. But we still go out every Saturday and we perform as a team.
Thanks. Okay, this is a good one, okay? How tough is it juggling the reserves and the youth teams? Although they're one and the same at the moment.
Well, I was just going to say this year it's not been that tough, because pretty much every reserve game we're playing the youth team, and they've been involved in every game. It's been a good learning curve for me and a good learning curve for them, because stepping up, some sides when we've got them played they're the same as us. They've got the same amount of youth team players in, and we performed okay against them. But there are other occasions when we've got up to teams like Norwich, and you know the reserves are full of players that play first team football, and it's a struggle. But for them, it's a great learning curve. For me, juggling both, no, it's not a problem. I like taking games, I like being involved, I like being around football, so I enjoy it, and I enjoy taking them, and I enjoy working with them.
That's good stuff. Okay, there's only a couple more. Now, one of them is quite. This is going to put you a bit on the spot. No, come on. Who do you think we should be looking out for in the 2010-11 season, and what is the standard of the new scholars? Do you like that one, guys?
I think it's a tough question because you don't want to single anybody out, and I'm not going to single any particular player out. We just offered 7 new scholarships, and I think it's a good crop of young players. I think we've got good lads next year that are here as second years, and we've taken on boys into their third year, and obviously Harry going into the first team. In terms of the 6 that have come in, or 7 that have come in, you know, they're all going to have 2 years, and in 2 years' time maybe I'll be able to answer that question a bit different, because one of them should be up here picking up the Player of the Year award or signing a pro contract. They're all important to us, especially in the next 2 years. It's up to us to make sure that every one of them gets a chance. And I'd be over the moon if we could give 8 out, because then we've done a fantastic job. But I know realistically it's only going to be 1 or 2. But I think there's 7 there that will come in and give their all for the club.
Thank you, that was very diplomatic. Okay, and finally, what impact does the current financial climate at Southend United have on the future plans for the development of the under-18 squad as well as the Centre of Excellence?
Nothing. If anything, now going down, I would say being in the League 2, maybe some of the boys now will realise how tough it is. I think, speaking to Steve and to the chairman, nothing's changed in terms of us as a youth department. Financially, it's staying the same. It's important that we keep bringing young players through. I think it's always been documented that it's somewhere that Southend believe that we've got to go. We've got to get a blend of brilliant players in from outside and developing our own, and that's important for any club to survive. So financially this year it's not made any impact. We've got a 5-year commitment that we put together, Steve, myself and the chairman and the board, and that 5-year commitment is still there, and we'll see it straight through. So it's going to have no impact on us whatsoever. For the players it could be more of an opportunity, but in terms of us developing players for your football club, nothing.
Thanks very much. Have you got anything else you'd like to add while you're up here? Well, this is off the top of your head job now, mate.
Again, it's just to say, you know, your support as supporters for the youth team and for the youth set up the Centre of Excellence. We have a lot of part-time staff that work at the football club and put a lot of hours in, and from our under-8s all the way up, and they're people that you don't see, and they don't get a chance to come along to these sort of presentations. But you know, without those part-time staff, without the people that give up after work, come in and work with our younger age groups, and like today you've got 3 lads are taking one of our teams off to Germany in a 15-hour minibus journey, and they're giving up their time over the weekend so they can go compete in a European tournament. And I think that's, you know, I want to make sure that you understand it's not just me, it's not Luke, and that there's a lot of people behind and underneath, and we've got 110 kids, young players signed to the football club. And in there, every year we're looking and they're getting assessed, and they're under a lot of pressure every year as young players because they know it's about being a professional. So I'd like to sort of put on record here tonight and thank those staff that work for us behind the scenes, because they do a lot for the football club. And I'd like to thank you, because without your support we wouldn't be able to put things in place to produce players like Frank and Johnny and Harry Crawford. So thanks again.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Ricky Duncan. Thank you.